change direction.
See if it's Willoughby. Watch the running back here when he tries to chip a little bit and help. And oh yeah. Yep. Got Marcus Morizet.
I mean, that's allowed, but only in square dancing. So this kid does his best to get out of trouble, but a hold is a hold, right? Or a hug.
A do-si-do costs you 10 from the spot.
It did there.
So first and 20, and official on Daphne's sideline just blew the whistle trying to get something squared away over there. So we're starting to see some penalties creep in and kind of hurt Daphne on that last drive. But now they push this one back to the 33. So first and 20. Thibodeau rolls, fires that one incomplete. Trying to come back to R.J. Daly, and now second and 20.
Thomas on the coverage.
I think one of the reasons you're seeing some of these penalties, Jim, both these teams, they're defensive-minded, we'll say. Now, in scheme, Daphne a little more aggressive, but Spanish Fort, they brought people on that particular play where there was the hold, and Willoughby had to be occupied with a man much bigger than him, and that's aggression on the Spanish Fort side.
Second and 20, and Miles and Daly, receiver down to the bottom of the screen. Now on the keeper, Thibodeau trying to get to the edge, looks for a block from Miles, and Miles held it as long as he could and up to the 25 before he was brought down. Landon York, the 2-year starter from strong safety position, comes up.
Yeah, good job by York. Thibodeau makes the decision to try and get the corner, and then when he knows he can't, he's just going to get what he can. You got to admire the kid that plays like that at the end of the play. He's not surrendering himself. He knew he was going to get roughed up, but no problem.
Third and 15. Could be 2-down territory.
Could be.
Could be a long field goal from here if they didn't get any additional yardage. Now they're going to have to hurry. Play clock inside 5. And Kenny King's going to take another timeout, and he does. So they a little slow on getting the play in, and then the Spanish Fort crowd making it tough to hear up at the line of scrimmage. So we get another break. 3 minutes into the second, still a good one here on the Hill. Spanish Fort and Daphne.
Friday night rivals. These are some rivals right here. Daphne at Spanish Fort tonight. We are tied at 7 and brought to you by Dean Waite Injury Lawyers. Also McMurphy Orthodontics. They bring you the Smile Cam. Roof Doctors. Got a sick roof? That's who you call. And by AMMS Calvert. Here we go.
Third and 15. After the penalty, the timeout. Thibodeau in the pocket, fires it right side. He's able to get it again to the freshman. He's going to be close, maybe a little short, but Coleman Williams pulls down another catch, but it's going to be fourth and very short if he did not get it on the far side. Again, long throw. And in the Dr. Pepper maroon zone in fourth, and now they're going to give him the first down.
Wow, that's a big determination there.
Third and 15. They converted a 3rd and 7. Now they get a 3rd and 15 to get the local 119 first down.
Remember that first down, Jim. They get points here.
Able to get out from behind that penalty, and Willoughby on the left side, nowhere to go as he is violently thrown down on that tackle by Sam Wilder of the Toros.
Welcome to the hill. Hope you enjoyed your stay. This group will, for years, they will hit you on defense, really strike you, and good-sized kids with good athletic ability and well coordinated.
So maybe a yard there for Willoughby, and I'm just so impressed by the sophomore quarterback, Thibodeau.
Yep, agree.
Motion comes Coleman Williams now. Thibodeau going to pull it down himself, breaks a tackle at the 5, and he spins inside the 2. It's 1st and goal. Another local 119 first down, and right on cue, Thibodeau says, I hear you.
Yeah, talent and moxie. When you say, watch this, watch this.
Ooh, there's a flag on the far side that.
Look at him keep running through tackles, running through
This one's
contact.
Yeah, this one's coming back.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans.
Oh, wipes out the first down, and the 2nd and 15 coming up here. And, oh yeah, looks like Boudreaux may have been maybe hitting the nose a little bit.
Yeah, little
leakage.
a little leakage being taken care of.
2nd and 15, Willoughby on the right side. He bounces off one and gets down inside the 10 to the 9.
Isaiah Woodall.
You got 2 shots to make about 5 yards, Jim.
Yep, they can get a first down to the 2.
Maybe 6, maybe 3rd and 6.
Yeah, maybe.
Long 6.
So, again, these penalties, they were able to negate the holding call that converted the first down on 3rd and 15. Now, 3rd, we'll call it 7 officially.
Clock under 10.
And just one timeout remaining. Thibodeau sets his feet, looks to the corner of the end zone, and goes through the hands of Miles. Trying to get it to Scoot Miles. And they're going to bring out the field goal team. Had the time there and just led Miles a bit too much here to the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, he had him too. Again, but Scoot's 5'6".
Yeah, that's.
They don't have a lot of.
All the way in the back of the end zone, too. Yeah, you can see the young quarterback, JJ's bleeding from the mouth or the nose.
So Portier to try this one from 26. And he's no good. Line drive to the near side, so the Toros they bloody the QB and come up with a stop as well. So we stay even at 7 halfway through the second on Friday Night Rival.
Hairspray. That's weird.
Right in my face when I walked by. Oh, Smile Cam brought to you by McMurphy Orthodontics. I was not smiling when I walked right through the hairspray pregame there, not paying attention, and the cheerleaders were doing the hair and makeup thing, and Jim, zero awareness, walked right into a face full of Pantene or something.
Accidentally, your hair looks great.
I mean,
it's holding well.
It needs all the help it can get. It's more of a snap that holds it in place than hairspray at the top of my head. Wilson gets about back to the line of scrimmage, not much more. That was a big stop by Daphne's defense there.
Really big stop. And, of course, big miss, too, but big stop. And, again, this aggressive Daphne defensive line.
Yeah, Schamberger's not had a lot of time to sit back there in the pocket and try to.
You're not bound to, right? Against this team, and not only do they scheme-wise rush the quarterback well, they got some dudes up there too.
2nd and 10 for the Toros, and Daphne said that this one should be against Juju Bonner, but Toros saying nope, that was just Daphne jumping in. Now the officials will have a little conversation.
That's one of the dudes, if not the dude, and Graham, number 6.
I've never seen a defensive lineman point at themselves when the flag comes out.
No, rarely.
It's always going the other way. There's Chase Smith on the new sideline. He's proud of what the renovations that have taken place here. About a $6 million investment here between football field. They got a new facility on the far side of the field that's going to a wrestling team can use, visiting team's dressing room. And
the field and the lights are the obvious ones, right? Yep. Really amazing.
So this one is going to go against the Toros. Also a new weight room and adding on to their football facility here. And
so Graham was able to pull him offside with his movement, making a play when he doesn't even make a tackle.
Wily veteran.
Yeah. He'll be at Ole Miss in a year's time.
2nd and 15. Dylan Alford, the wide receiver from Saraland, also an Ole Miss.
That's right.
Commit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see Schamberger look on there, and Chase Smith was telling he's just growing every week as quarterback here for this Toro team. Pressure coming, floats. Now he's going to pull it down, try to dance to the outside. Coming, Ballas was there behind him to try to pull him down, forced him to throw it short, and now you're 3rd and 15, backed up in your own end.
You know, that was interesting what you said and what he said about growing every week, because and he had to grow right here too, because here comes again Daphne with the pressure. That's what they do.
Yeah, Ballas was there. Graham trying to fight through the block.
But Schamberger growing every week is what Chase Smith. We tend to look at players year by year, but coaches don't look at it that way.
Yeah, and now 3rd and 15. This is exactly where Daphne wants to get you, backed up in your own end.
They do a good job of it and try to bait you into an INT.
From the 15, they got to get to the 30. Schamberger going to pull it down, scrambles out across the line of scrimmage, and going to be stopped at the 25 as he could not get away from Andre Houston, the junior, who is the leading tackler on this team for Daphne, and comes up with a stop there and will force a punt.
Got a bunch of linebackers that can run, too, behind the big guy Graham, who can just come at you and eat you alive.
Houston started as a junior last year.
Here's some good evidence of that. Houston from the other side of the field makes a play to squash a drive and help get the ball back to Daphne.
Miles will stand back. At about the 33. Gardner punt from inside the near hash, and this lines that one out of bounds to about the 42. So a kick of about 33. Games last night, 7A game. It was Mary Montgomery shutting out Baldwin County 42-0. McGill leading Davidson 14-0. Tonight scoreless, Theodore and Fairhopes in a non-region game. Citronelle beat Bryant last night 29-6. Robertsdale, Orange Beach, and of course our game here tonight, Daphne and Spanish Fort. .444 left here in quarter number 2. Each team scored on their opening drive, and then the defenses have kind of settled in a bit. Toss. Scoot Miles takes it behind the line of scrimmage and get up to about the 44. Didn't have anybody going downfield, but when he grabbed it, it looked almost like be another pass coming, just the way Miles took this. Like he starts looking downfield. No, just going to get himself righted and
just
turn on the speed. Yeah.
Wanted to assess everything before he took off.
I think he'd like to have that one a little more chest high than having to reach down for him. But again, he's a track star at Daphne. 4.4 runner.
Wonder where he got his nickname.
If he gets behind you, he's not going to get caught from behind. 2nd and 5. Give comes to Coleman Williams, and he's going to get up to the sticks, and that's going to be good for another local 119 first down up to the 48-yard line.
You rarely see a freshman so involved in the game plan at 7A, at the 7A level, and at a program like Daphne where they've got players returning. And this kid evidently is somebody that they're really excited about.
So he gets the first down to the 49.
And they just threw the whole playbook at Thibodeau.
Quick again to the near side, and that one's dropped by Daly. Right on him there was Traylon Thomas. Perhaps 2nd and 10.
Daly might have been trying to make a move before he had the football. Yeah, it was thrown in a good spot.
Sometimes you see receivers too with their feet not in a great position to make a catch to try to get going. And
if you see a drop, always looking where the feet are. They're kind of dangled up, and that can be a problem.
So 2nd and 10. Thibodeau never seems rattled, even with the play clock down inside 5.
Very organized.
Gives it off Willoughby on the left side. Bangs ahead up to the 45.
On the stop.
Wilder again at linebacker.
3rd and 4 here for Daphne. Willoughby, one of those pounding backs.
Yep. He's a guy that can bust one later in the game. People are tired of tackling him.
Had a good year last year for Daphne. Again, Daphne went to playoffs, 6 and 5 last year. Thibodeau, pressure coming, fires Daly, and he's gonna have the first down at the 38. Local 119. First down, good pitch and catch there, and just converts and takes, sometimes okay to take the layup, right?
Yeah, he's taking a lot of layups, and watch, he knows where to go with the football. Doesn't have much time, pressure's coming, first down. Beyond the sticks, too. That's big for Daly, right?
Special shout out to Mitch Kitchens.
Keeps the clock
State Farm and Beef O'Brady's
rolling here, and as we approach 2.5
banquet last night
to go, and Willoughby on the left side.
Thomas on the carry, Burkhalter
Bangs ahead to about the
stop.
36. Pick up 4 on first down, and Willoughby will get subbed there by Jamarian Marshall. Spanish Fort will get the ball to start the 3rd, so Daphne would love to use as much of this clock here at the end of the quarter as they can. Or trying to come back to Daly, and maybe a little miscommunication between Daly and Thibodeau there.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe just an inaccurate pass. He had him on the slant.
Yep.
This kid, in time, he'll be the face of this program.
Boy, yeah. Just see what he's like as a sophomore. Just imagine what he's going to be like as a senior there.
Nobody to mess with, man. I mean, he's nobody to mess with now.
3rd and 7 here for the Trojans as the Spanish Fort crowd loud below us. Middle, that was tipped, I think. I think somebody got a hand on that one.
Yep, the Spanish Fort. One of those rushers got a hand up.
And now you go back-to-back incompletions. Stops the clock with 1:55 left and brings on the punt team. See who gets the hand. Oh no, just an errant pass.
Inaccurate.
I thought the way it came out of there, I thought it got tipped. But now Nemo Hickson will stand back at the 10, and Malachi Norman
to punt, Hickson to return.
on to punt. Toros with 10 at the line of scrimmage. They drop back, and left-footed kicker spins this one, and it bounces down to about the 10. And they'll mark it out of bounds at the 12. And Spanish Fort will be pinned back. 1:49 to go in the first half. Even at 7, a good one tonight here between the Toros and the Trojans on Friday Night Rivals.
Welcome back to the Hill here in Spanish Fort. And tonight's Friday Night Rivals game brought to you by local 119 plumbers, pipe fitters, and service techs. Also brought to you by Herc Reynolds Pro Solutions and by the United States Coast Guard. Protect, defend, save. Thank you to the Coast Guard being part of what we do on Friday nights.
7-7 here. McGill leads Davidson 21-6 at the half. Also at the half, St. Paul's on top of Faith 29-0. Scoreless in the second between Theodore and Fairhope. Schamberger on first down looks to air it up the near side. Contact deflected, and it's going to be pass interference. Hung it up for Nemo. And Jaden Lee was there with the contact. It'll be a 15-yard penalty, and we'll move the ball out to the 27.
How many Hicksons have we seen play here for Spanish Fort?
109.
2, 3?
Yeah, it's been a bunch.
And they all are just natural football players, natural athletes, naturally can play either side of the line of scrimmage.
Also could play really well on this baseball diamond right behind us
Yeah,
here.
how about that?
At Spanish Fort.
Forgot about that.
So up to the 26 here for Spanish Fort after the 15-yard penalty, and movement on the left side, and Graham comes barreling across. Cole Miller may have been the one who moved.
Graham, I think this one's on Graham. I think they might, wow. I think that Graham went. See if Graham doesn't go by Miller and then Miller moves. Maybe
A little flinch.
Yeah, a little flinch.
First and 15. Toros with 2 timeouts. Schamberger on the scramble. Up to the 25. Looks to the near side. And he's going to bounce it out of bounds at the 43.
Well done.
Pick up 19.
Nice and smooth. This kid has grown up, hasn't he?
Yep. Local 119 first down. Smart got out of bounds.
Yeah, they're man-to-man on the outside, so once you break containment, you got a chance to get some yards with a lot of players with their back to you. Very aggressive defense by the Daphne Trojans. Always has been under Kenny King.
First down from the 42. Flipped out to the far side, able to get that one off to Bonner. Bonner makes a move right at the sticks, comes all the way, reverses field, and the speedster up to the 41-yard line. He will pick up 18 and another local 119 first down. He picked up 18 but ran 43.
He really did. East and West. Good to see Bonner doing well. He got banged up in that game against Saraland.
Dropping all the way back. Schamberger buys some time and gets a hit on the near sideline right on the Spanish Fort bench, and that's going to draw 15.
And the interception dropped.
Yep. Caden Williams there, and boy, you can never do. Whenever it's on the home side, you got the ball, you're going to get that call is almost always going to go against you. And watch, Schamberger gets rid of it. He was kind of falling down. Really didn't. Kind of got shielded there. He was kind of more falling down. It wasn't as egregious as it looked.
No, he didn't get belted. I guess a bigger guy fell on top of him. I'm not sure what.
Roughing the passer against the Trojans. First down, Toros.
So they are moving it down the field here all the way up to the 25. Again, they have 2 timeouts. Bonner goes back in motion. Schamberger spins around and tries to get that one off to Lamoille. Wanted to come to the tight end, but Caden Williams, the senior, read that one the whole way. That looked like a senior who knew exactly what was coming here.
Yep, no kidding. Yeah, he really did, because that was a complete misdirection. Trying to pull 4 across the field, and instead he stays home. Makes a big hit.
So 54 seconds left, and a loss on that one. We'll bring up 2nd and long. Here tonight. Yep. Jeff Kelly, Saraland coach, watching us. It's like on the iPad here tonight, since Saraland had the night off. The game against Montgomery Catholic canceled up there, and a rare Friday night off in the middle of the season.
I bet it feels good, to be honest with you.
So coming up at halftime, our local 505 halftime show. Dan Brennan will be down on the field and talk to representatives of each school.
Yeah, also talk to Chase Smith if I can grab him before he heads off the field at halftime.
Unlike Nemo Hickson, I think you can run him down, Dan Brennan, from behind.
I think he's working with a bad wheel tonight.
So, boy, if they could score here, then getting the ball back at the end, getting the ball back at the beginning of the third quarter. But that big loss there might get a 2nd and 15, just 1 timeout remaining. Schamberger pressure coming, and he's going to be dropped back at the 37. And now you have to use your last timeout here. As Dino Lambert comes up with a sack, his 5th of the season.
His brother joined us up here,
Markel,
and he said his nickname's Dino, so call him that. And then he ducked his head back in and said, "You're going to talk about him a lot." Very confident younger brother, I guess, or older brother, not sure.
Younger brother, yep. That was Lambert makes the stop there, and Dino backs him all the way back to the 37. And 47 seconds left, so Lytle's got a big leg, but the wind picking up a little bit. He'd be kicking into the wind. It'd be a little left to right wind in his face. But you might also have Chase Smith might be calling 2 plays here for Schamberger and saying, hey, if we get within 5, we might go for it or whatever, but he might be taking advantage of giving him 2 plays on 3rd down. But it is.
That wind, from whatever direction it's going or coming, it's whipping again as I look at the flagpole.
Yeah, it is 3rd and 21.
This drive's been a lot of paper mache and bubble gum. We've got penalties and broken plays.
They only rush 3. Now they'll bring a little delayed pressure. Schamberger looking at the near side. Some pressure, but he's got it in the end zone for the touchdown. Damian Tate, his first touchdown of the season. 37 yards. Schamberger lays it up there. There was some contact. And Tate with his first touchdown. And the Toros with a late score, an Amonis Calvert touchdown. What a toss from Schamberger.
So much about the drive being all bubblegum, because this is a very legit play from near midfield. A rope. And the big score right before half that you were talking about, Spanish Fort would certainly welcome.
Got behind Williams and Tate.
Cam Ryder.
With the
Brought to you by Stonebridge.
touchdown and
Division.
big reception by Tate, and Toros take the lead now with 14 unanswered. What a throw by Schamberger, and great job by Tate with the catch. It's a 88-yard drive, bringing a smile to the face there of Damian Tate, junior wide receiver. And Smile Cam brought to you by McMurphy Orthodontics. If you're ready to smile, go see Dr. Stedman McMurphy. Tell him Jim Cox said, hey, if you go see him. Known Dr. Stedman for a long time. Great orthodontist and a better guy. Oh, Lido will kick off, and Spanish Fort with a huge score here at the end of the second. As we said, they'll get the ball back, start the third, but Daphne has one timeout left. And just a little pitch kick here, and it bounces to the near side and finally goes out of bounds. Boy, dangerous there. Daphne, the up man, let that one go. His Sledge let it go right over his head, and there was nobody behind him. No, Miles had to hustle up, and he wisely watched it just bounce out of bounds. But now the clock ran on that one, and Daphne's going to make them kick it again, going to back them up. But Lido with just a pooch kick here that was almost disastrous, but it finally rolled out of bounds. But instead of Daphne taking the penalty at the end of that play, they will make Lido go back and kick it from the 35. Now he's got a big, strong leg. You see if he just maybe tries to bang this one back deep as the freshman LeBraylon Coleman Williams back there. So Lytle from the 35. And he's finally ready to. That clock should not have run down, but they ran it down 7 seconds. But Miles takes it back inside the 2 and Scoot Miles up to the 25. And now Daphne will have just 33 seconds remaining. Yeah, they started that clock because with 47 seconds, so Spanish Fort got a little bonus time run off the clock there on that one because the defensive player, the receiving team player, never touched it. But now how aggressive do you get here if you're Daphne with 33 seconds left and 75 yards away and one timeout? We'll see. Coleman Williams to the bottom of the screen. Daly there as well. And they'll give it off to Willoughby and look at one. I think Daphne will probably just let this one run out. We'll see if they snap it again. Scoring play in that last drive, 5 plays, 88 yards. They were helped by a couple of penalties, a 15-yard pass interference and a 15-yard personal foul as well. So Daphne lets the play clock run all the way inside 10, and now they'll try to take the shot here as Burkhalter goes up the far side. He's got him wide open, breaks a tackle. The freshman, can he get to the corner? And he's going to be brought down at the 1 with no time left.
The end of the first half.
Oh.
Toros 14, Trojans 7.
To the 1 yard line, maybe the 2 officially. But no timeouts left. They let the clock run all the way down here to take just one shot. As you see, Burkhalter able to get it to Coleman Williams. And Williams with speed going to be brought down to 3 and no timeouts left. Boy, if they would have maybe done that on second down, the clock would have stopped. Oh, I don't know. Wow, they dodge a bullet there, and it'll remain a 14-7 lead
a teacher of the week. This week,
for Spanish Fort by 3 yards there, and sure Chase Smith will be a little shocked at how that last one went down. Dan Brennan down there with him now. Down on the field to Dan.
Quite a first half, Coach. Let's talk about it real quick. I know you got to get in there.
Yeah, a typical Spanish Fort Daphne game. I mean, they're coming out there playing a great game, and our kids are fighting. We got to get our defense off the field a little bit better and execute. But it's a heck of a daggum game right now.
I'd agree with you. What's the message in the locker room at halftime?
Score 0-0. We get the ball. We got to come out. We've got to get a good drive going, and we've got to get off the field on third downs, and we'll be just fine.
Okay. Thanks for your time. May see you after the game.
Thank you.
Okay.
Boy, what an end of the first half there. Chase Smith takes a big sigh of relief that tackle was made at the 3. Great first half. Daphne jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Sawyer Wilson ties it up. This one went 78 yards, made it 7-7, and then the late 37-yard touchdown pass, Damian Tate from Schamberger, and that's where we're at the half. 14-7 here on the hill. Chase Smith said it best. It's a Daphne Spanish Fort battle here on Friday Night Rivals.
Toros lead at halftime 14-7, and a young lady that knows a little bit about this rivalry. Dr. Shannon Smith is the principal here at Spanish Fort High School, but that was not always the case.
It wasn't, no. I'm actually a Daphne resident, and I have a daughter that goes to Daphne High School, but I am the proud principal of Spanish Fort High School.
Let's clear that up.
That's right.
Also, but you were proud of your time in Daphne.
I absolutely am. It was an honor to serve the community that I live, but even more so now to serve as the principal of the high school here at Spanish Fort is an honor and a privilege.
All right, there's a lot of things going on here, athletic facility-wise, at Spanish Fort. Explain what's happening.
Sure. So our athletic complex is being expanded with upwards of $7 million thanks to Baldwin County Public Schools. We are building a state-of-the-art wrestling room for our wrestling program, a new locker room for our baseball team, and a state-of-the-art field house indoor complex for our football program, as well as the turf and our LED light show.
That kind of blew my mind. Now, the turf looks great. It looks great on TV tonight. People are already,
Wonderful.
yeah, they're
Nice.
texting us about wow.
Awesome.
And then the LD, the light show and the music and everything that goes along with it. It's quite a production.
We are. Our guys up in the booth up there are fabulous. They've been working on it for a couple weeks, and when it all came together for our first home game, we were all in awe of everything that our county has provided for us.
I couldn't believe not just what was going on around me, but the execution of it all. Like they knew exactly what they were doing.
That's right. Shout out to Greg Walker and Corey Lytle up there in the booth, because they spend countless hours out here preparing to put on a show for everybody here in the community of Spanish Fort.
And so is your team.
That's right. Oh man, Coach Smith and our Toros, they are rocking it. I couldn't be more proud.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Thanks, Dan.
We're going to talk to some young ladies from Daphne High School. Why don't you get on either side of me here? Why don't we do that? And introduce yourself, if you would.
Hey, I'm Rachel Jablonski. I'm the Daphne High School cheer coach.
And you are.
Olivia Turner, and I'm the Daphne High School dance team coach.
And we are here because we are enthused about the enthusiasm or something like that.
We are. We're super excited. We're going into our 35th year at Daphne, and we've just been really working to bring the spirit up at Daphne. I mean, it was already up, but we're just connecting on a family level and just getting really excited for this year.
Yeah, it's a great school, great tradition, great players, great fans, because it's packed over there.
Yes.
Talk about what Daphne High School means to you.
To me, Daphne is family. Mr. Comer always says one Daphne, one family, and this year I think we've really tried to embody that as a whole. We have homecoming coming up next week, and we've worked really hard to get all of our performance groups together to put on a big performance for our homecoming pep rally. Our theme is the Wizard of Oz, so we're doing a big show with our color guard, our cheer, our dance team, and our step team. So it's a great way to just get everybody involved and make us all a family.
Talk about the spirit of Daphne High School as you see it.
The spirit is so awesome at Daphne. We actually just did a whole renovation inside to celebrate our academics, our athletics, where we've come from, where we're going. We've got band, we've got Scholars Bowl, we've got National Honor Society, all on display in our halls now. We also have our Hall of Fame in the background near our gym, and our band just got an upgrade in their front area. And it's just so exciting to celebrate everything that goes on at Daphne and in our family.
Yeah, you guys sell it well. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Olivia.
Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.
You got it. 14-7 at half. You've got Spanish Fort on top, but Daphne's a very good football team. We'll see how this thing squares up in the second half. 14-7, Spanish Fort. Back to the booth.
The following segment is sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Well, at Coca-Cola United, I think there's a lot of life lessons that can be learned that translates from school into our industry. One of them being task-oriented. If you're given a task at school, your homework, that project, being able to receive a task, being able to complete the task, and turn it in on time. Listen, everybody don't have to be a straight-A student. If I was to put my mom in this seat right here today, she would blush if she told you what my grades were. And I was able to be successful at Coca-Cola. And obviously from the team sports perspective of it is the teamwork that you learn the lessons to be able to work together as a team and bringing all that together as far as being task-oriented, being able to work it as a team, I think will make you very successful.
This is the IBEW Local 505 Halftime Show.
Jim Cox, Dan Brennan back here on our local 505 halftime show, 14-7, and you were standing right next to Chase Smith when that big pass played. He wasn't expecting that to be that exciting at the end of the half.
Only one of us knew exactly what happened there, and I said, "Where did that end up?" He said, "The 3. It's halftime." So anyway, yeah, what a way to end the half!
Wow,
end the half of a really good first half.
Absolutely, 14-7. Spanish Fort has scored 14 unanswered after Daphne scored on the opening drive. Let's take a look at what these teams have, how they've got to this point, and what they have down the stretch. So Daphne with a good win to open the season with McGill, and lost a tough Pine Forest team. 7A, best team in 7A. Mary Montgomery, undefeated in the region. They lost 21-8 on the road there, went and beat Foley. Really tough one last week against Baker, and now they get Spanish Fort here. But you kind of see their schedule is kind of front-loaded, if you will.
Yeah, it is, and the team is good.
Yep.
This is a good team. They're highly organized. There doesn't seem to be a lot of ruffles out there in terms of trying to get the play to the quarterback and then execute. And they do execute very well offensively. Very impressed with Thibodeau at quarterback.
Yeah, the last 4 weeks of the season, all games they would be favored in, and so a good chance for Daphne to really ramp up toward the playoffs again under Coach King. So got to get through this one here tonight, though.
Well, they always say you can't win without a quarterback. They've got a quarterback. Absolutely. Now, he's a young guy, but he's got arm talent, foot talent, and a lot of moxie.
Yep, and he's going to have a lot of experience going into the playoffs. Now, here's what Spanish Fort has, and again, that it's going to be a great matchup that we're going to have on Friday Night Rivals when they end the season at St. Paul's, and that's probably going to determine who's going to be the second or third seed in the region. So that's the difference between getting a home game or going on the road in the first round of the playoffs. But Daphne here tonight, they got Blunt, and they go to Gulf Shores. We'll have that one on Friday Night Rivals. Then they're open, a McGill-Tulin team, and then a St. Paul's game, as St. Paul's unbeaten in the region so far. St. Paul's has to play Saraland yet, which is clearly the class of the region.
Yeah, and we'll be here for that one too, correct?
Yep.
So, these are fun teams to watch, so well coached, good bit of talent, and tradition too. Both of these schools, great tradition, as I was talking to the young ladies representing both schools at halftime, including the principal here at Spanish Fort.
All right, halftime score 14-7, Spanish Fort on top of Daphne, and as we do every time we get to halftime here in the local halftime 505 show, we get our Scholar Athletes of the Week, brought to you by our friend Dean Waite.
Hello, I'm Dean Waite of Dean Waite Injury Lawyers, and we're proud to be the sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athlete is Basha Charkovska of Spanish Fort High School. Athletically, Basha Charkovska is the captain of Spanish Fort's women's soccer team and is also part of the first Spanish Fort flag football team. She holds several records in her sport, including the 4th most assists in a game with 5 assists, the 7th most assists in a season with 40 assists, and the 7th most all-time assists with 76 assists. Basha has been ranked an all-star player and awarded the Coastal Player of the Year title. Academically, Basha holds an ACT score of 36, an SAT score of 1470, and a PSAT score of 1500. She also holds the distinction of being an AP Scholar, as well as a National Merit semifinalist.
Day to throw. He's going to hurl it deep downfield, and that ball is pulled in. What a catch by Javian Robinson.
Cam Wade with a cut inside the 40. Wade down the sideline. Wade is gone. Cam Wade, this one from 57 yards.
To evade the rush, throws it, end zone jump ball. What a catch! Touchdown! Sam Donovan climbs the ladder and comes down with it.
That was a little bit errant. It's one-on-one. He's got him.
Got him again.
He went up and caught it. What
Great
a catch.
Great catch.
Get a number on that man. Is that 19? That's